Hey guys, so we're back. Well, I'm back, not we. Brittany's back over there. Yeah, she's here. She's in the room, but I'm back with an upside down video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe because we becoming fully live, sis. All right, you want to be on this journey with us. But anyways, so yeah, so I'm back with an upside down video, and I'm pretty sure we may have released by the time you guys are seeing this, Brittany's video about going to Africa with no money. And the same thing happened to me in Brazil. So, long story short, I went to Brazil in 2018 with Iris Global, a school of missions. It was amazing, y'all. Amazing. If you have an opportunity, go to an Iris school for missions with Heidi and Roland. Yes. They are awesome. And all the leaders, honestly, of, Iris. Love you guys. Oh my gosh, it changed our lives being with those people. I came back a different person, seriously. I mean, every time me and Brittany would go to something of theirs, like I went to a creative arts school in 2016, then I went to Brazil in 2018. Brittany went to Brazil in 2015. Yeah. And then she went to Africa in 2016. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was that close?
It was a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, every time we went, the Lord met us there, and he completely did something so deep, and we came back I'm a different person, literally. So anyways, but yeah, I had been praying about, well, I really, okay, so when I decided to go to Brazil, it was because one day I was bored sitting in my room, and I just decided to go on Iris's website just because, honestly, I was just surfing the internet, had nothing better to do. So I went on the Iris website and saw that I was going through all of their schools, and I saw that they had a school in Brazil. So I was just looking at the video, and immediately, as I was looking at the video, I could just feel the Lord's presence in my room. And so I was just like, what's going on with this? This is random. Why, what are you saying? You're trying to say something to me. And so I literally I called Brittany into the room. I was like, Brittany, watch this video. And so she watched it with me, and she was like, are you thinking about going to school? And I was like, why? And she said, because as soon as you turned it on, I could feel the presence of the Lord in this room. And I was like, yeah, I could too. I don't know. I just was looking at the video, just bored today, and then I just saw it, and that's what happened. So I was like, you know what? I'll just fill out the application to see if they approve me or whatever, and we'll just go from there. So I filled out the application. Of course, they approved me, and I was like, am I going to Brazil? This is not something that I had thought about, planned, or anything like that. And I was at a really weird season in my life too, and I may get into that a little bit more in another video, maybe a little bit in this one, but so that was not really on my radar at all. And then I was just going through a really hard time because I was just, the season that I was in was just difficult. It was a lot of, I was dealing with a lot of just sadness, some depression, some anxiety, all kinds of stuff that was going on. And I was really had a lot of uncertainty about my future and what the Lord was doing and all that type of stuff. I so I wasn't even really thinking about Brazil, like I said, but also just the process of leading up to going to Brazil. I was a mess, mentally, emotionally, all that type of stuff. And so I honestly wasn't preparing that much for it. And I got to that point where I was like, Lord, if you want to do this, you're going to have to do this because I don't have it in me to give anything to this trip. I am exhausted. I'm not thinking about this at all. If this is something that you want me to do, then you're gonna have to get the finances together. You're gonna have to take care of this because I can't. And so I remember being at a service with Brittany and some friends, and this guy came up to me. Well, actually, we were just at the altar kind of praying, and this guy came up to pray for me and Brittany. And so he's praying for us, and then when he starts praying for me, he says, as they say in Brazil, and then says something in Portuguese. And me and Brittany start cracking up because, of course, he has no, this is some random guy. We don't even know him. He has no idea that I had gotten accepted to this school. And actually, my acceptance letter came a week before that we went to that service. So he had no idea what was going on, of course. And and then as we're about to walk out, this guy stopped me and he said, "Excuse me, do you know Heidi Baker?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "Because when I just was looking at you, I kept seeing like flashes of her face." And I was like, "Well, actually, I just got accepted to one of her schools like last week, and I'm going to Brazil." And so he like prayed for me and all that type of stuff. So I think this was like September, and I ended up going to Brazil the next year in like March. So, anyways, after that, I had a really hard time the next few months. They were just really challenging personally. And I got to that place, like I said, that I was just kind of like, I don't have anything to give. If you want to do this, Lord, then you do it. I have nothing to give. And so it was February, and I needed probably about $7,000 to get to Brazil. And I maybe had like 1,000. Like I had nothing. I didn't have a visa. I didn't have a passport. I didn't have any of that stuff. I was like very like everything was so last minute, and every time like I needed money for something, money to cover my passport, money to cover my visa, it somehow came. Like literally, someone would donate or something. I didn't put it out there that much that I was going because, like I said, I didn't really have the energy. And then I told my church that I was at the time that I was going to Brazil a month before. I told them in February that I was leaving for Brazil at the end of March. And so they, raised money for me, raised like over $3,000, and just that one service. And then I had other friends that were like giving me like boxes of supplies and things that I would need, flashlights for the mission, for the 10-day outreach that we would do, and all kinds of stuff like, chargers and all this stuff. Like people would just bug spray would just come and bring boxes of stuff for me. And I had a friend at the church that I was at too that was like, call me, we'll go shopping, we're gonna go to Walmart, we're gonna get all the stuff you need. She literally spent like I don't know how much, probably $1,000 on just giving me donations and then taking me to Walmart to buy everything that I would need. And so, people just started giving me stuff. It literally was the Lord. Like I didn't have anything, and within a month he like got like $7,000 together completely. And so then I went to Brazil, and I actually ended up staying a little bit longer, and people were giving me money to stay in Brazil for like another week. So, and to get a flight back home and everything. So like he literally took care of everything. And it was a life-changing experience. I didn't want to leave, honestly. Brittany says, we both say the same thing. Whenever we do something with Iris, we're like, I don't want to come back home. Like,
stay here.
Yeah, I'll just stay on the mission field and I'll figure out all the financial stuff later. He provided for me to get here, so. But anyways, but he usually, like every time he's called us back to the States, and we are doing some stuff here now. But yeah, that's a little bit my story. Brazil was amazing. Like I said before, if you have an opportunity to do something on the mission field with Iris, take that opportunity. It is life changing. But yeah, the Lord did some deep stuff in my heart. He healed my heart there. I just learned so much about him, so much about myself. I made some amazing friends. I still have like some sisters that I have. Literally, one of my really close friends that I met there, like it was amazing how the Lord set that up. But she's a little bit older than me, and she was like my big sister while I was there. And she still is. I love you. I love you, Whitney. But anyways, my sister's name is Brittany, my older sister, and they have the same birthday. So it's kind of crazy. But anyways, so yeah, do it. If you have an opportunity, don't let anything stop you. And Jesus can take care of anything. He is, you can do anything. Nothing's impossible. So yeah, there's just another one of our little miraculous provision stories. There's plenty of them, and there will be more.
Yes,
We're trusting in the Lord. But anyways, but yeah, we love you guys. And don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. We becoming fully alive. All right. Love you guys. Peace.